Now on BBC One, it's time for the news where you are. Good night.
Thanks, good evening and welcome to the Late Look North. Tonight, calls for more to be done to support the victims of stalking. First tonight, a woman from West Yorkshire who was stalked and sexually assaulted by her former partner says more needs to be done by the police to support the victims of stalking. Jane, which is not her real name, was speaking at a conference in the county a year after a service was launched to offer guidance to high-risk victims of stalking. According to the most recent crime figures, there have been around 12,500 alleged incidents of stalking in Yorkshire in the past year. But nationally, only around 6% of reports lead to charges. Heidi Tomlinson has our top story.
The distress 999 call from a flatmate who arrived home to find her friend brutally murdered. Alice Ruggles was killed by a controlling ex-boyfriend who wouldn't take no for an answer. Alice's devastated father, Clive Ruggles, wants to raise awareness of stalking. He spoke at a victim support conference in Leeds today.
He stalked her relentlessly for 2 months, wouldn't leave her alone, and on social media, on her phone, so on.
Stalking is illegal. Perpetrators hound their victims with messages, even if ignored. They turn up uninvited, follow people home, and hang around places they know their victims visit. In West Yorkshire last year, there was a 200% increase in stalking referrals to victim support. It's obsessive behaviour, which becomes intrusive and aggressive, unwanted attention from a friend, a stranger, or more often, an ex-partner. Jane, who doesn't want to be identified, was sexually assaulted by a man she was dating. The attack resulted in her becoming pregnant. She reported the incident to the police, but he wasn't charged because of insufficient evidence. After the assault, he began parking outside her house, sending flowers and messages.
It got to the stage I didn't leave my house at all. I had someone else come and take the kids to school and pick them up. I went from being what I thought was an incredibly strong human being to somebody who was afraid of my own shadow. I wasn't just having the doors and the windows locked or the curtains closed, it was checking them all the time.
Specialist victim support workers in West Yorkshire helped Jane recover from the trauma. The team was established a year ago.
It's a small team, but they're all experts in stalking. They've all been trained in stalking, so they understand the subject area and they can help them work through next steps.
Ever since it happened, of course, we've been asking ourselves these questions.
Moving on, the Ruggles family hope Alice's horrific story may save lives in the future. Heidi Tomlinson, BBC Look North.
The head of the probation service has said a murderer was more dangerous than first thought. Damien Bendall is serving life in prison for the murders in Killamarsh in September 2021 of his pregnant girlfriend and 3 children. Chesterfield Coroner's Court heard how he was categorised as low risk by the probation service, despite an NHS service saying he was high risk a day before he went on to kill. Now, 200 people protested outside a council meeting in Huddersfield against cuts to public services earlier this evening. It was organised by Unison members who want to protect children's services in Kirklees. Community groups also joined the protest to call on the authority to save 3 leisure centres and 2 care homes that could close. Kirklees Council has forecast a £47 million overspend. The council says children's social care will be protected from budget reductions as far as possible. Sheffield United women's manager Jonathan Morgan is under investigation by the club after a formal complaint was made over his alleged conduct and behaviour. Morgan has agreed to step down from his role at the Women's Championship club while an investigation takes place. Morgan's representatives and Sheffield United have declined to comment on the story. Now, the founder of a Bradford theatre group has been given a National Lottery Award in recognition of her work in the arts and her contribution to the community. Kate Mann set up Blooming Buds Theatre at the Rockwell Centre in Thorpe Edge. She's also expanded services to include a food bank, parent and toddler groups and projects offering mental health and financial support.
I'm just really excited and really pleased that I've been recognised nationally and that we're bringing Thorpe Edge to the centre and putting it on the map.
Brilliant, very well done to Katie. Right, take a look at this amazing sight caught on camera in Scarborough. It's thought they are common dolphins. They were spotted jumping and playing yesterday afternoon, and they were filmed playing close to the shore on North Marine Drive. And they look like they're having a whale of a time, don't they? Fantastic. Right, let's get the weather. Here is Paul Hudson.
Hello again, good evening. Some very unsettled weather to come over the next few days. Just starting with weather warnings in place for, in particular, Thursday night into Friday. Some heavy persistent rain, and there will be gales, especially in coastal areas. And there's the chart. You can see closely packed isobars driving in that heavy rain across all parts of the region. And it's very wet out there at the moment. Some heavy and persistent rain. The back edge just about clearing most parts by the end of the night, and we'll see lowest temperatures around 12 or 13 degrees. So tomorrow, slow start, a lot of cloud, bit of patchy rain and drizzle to clear away northwards. It does look as though skies will brighten for a time, some sunshine, but as soon as temperatures rise, we'll see showers and possibly local thunderstorms breaking out, especially later in the day. But in that drier, brighter interlude, it should feel quite warm. Highs coming in at 18 Celsius. But as I say, warnings in place. It's cold, wet and windy weather to come on Friday and into the weekend. That's the forecast.
Oh dear, not looking great, is it? Well, thanks a lot for watching. Claire will be back tomorrow morning at 6:25 with your Look North bulletins in the BBC Breakfast programme. But from all of the late team, have a good night.